What's up, YouTube? I'm here with the Atlanteans. Just the first thing, I was actually disappointed with this release. I was expecting Warrior of Atlantis, Legendary Ocean, Kodaris type support. Got nothing of the sort. So it was really a downer, and I didn't like what I saw at first. But it actually does end up being a very efficient engine. It just plays completely different than what I had set in my mind for what I was hoping to be able to do with the deck. First card is Triple Diva. I mean, Diva is the win condition of the deck, simply because it will pull any and every Atlantean monster whenever you need it. So that's just enough said about that. Diva is the engine. But we have three Atlanteans. We have Armsman, Marksman, and Pointman. Armsman is the Nanishi of the deck. While it is face up once per turn, you can essentially normal twice. If it is sent to the graveyard to activate the effect of a water monster, you can target and destroy one face up card your opponent controls. Note that it does say destroy that target, so if the target is face down, by the time Armsman attempts to resolve, it won't destroy it. Marksman, if it inflicts battle damage, you can special level 4 or lower Atlantean Sea Serpent type monster from your deck, besides himself. And if he's sent to activate the effect of a water type monster, you can target a face down card your opponent controls and destroy it. Well, destroy that target. That wording is very specific. It means if that target is not face down, when Marksman tries to resolve, it won't destroy it. So keep that in mind when you're using those two. Pointman is just the beater of the deck. So long as there's a second monster on the board, he's a 2200. Personally, I like Reese with Diva. Gives us another tuner. So long as it's not up against an Exceed monster, she's pretty much a Reaper wall. So if you play her smart, she can actually stall for you till you can get the pieces you need. One Abyss Soldier. I wanted to play more than this. I mean, there's a couple cards I'll talk about through this profile that I wanted to play more of and couldn't for one reason or another. He's one of them. I wanted to play at least two. I think three would be a little heavy. But he's the once per turn Bryo of the deck. Then we're playing Triple Veiler and Gores. Now, before I go on to the rest of it and explain choices or whatnot, a couple things to talk about in the extra deck. Leviathan Dragon, Duloran, Acid Golem, Bryo, and Gungear. Every single one of these monsters will trigger the effects of Marksman and Armsman. They both say when this card, not this monster or sent from your side of the field or hand, it doesn't care. All it cares is that when this card is sent to the graveyard to activate the effect of a water monster. So essentially when you pay a cost with one of those monsters, their effects will trigger. You detach for Leviathan to boost him to 2500, and then you blow up a card. With Marksman, for example. Same with Acid Golem. If you use Armsman or Marksman with like Bryo or Gungnir, you're going to trigger their effects as well. They will start a new chain after the resolution of the chain that they were used as the cost for. So just keep that in mind. It's ways that you can create additional pluses out of the deck. On to the spells. One Duality is a filter. I wanted to play two, didn't have room for it. Staple stuff, Reborn Mind Control, Book, Hole, Heavy, Double MST. We play two more deck-specific Monster Reborns. This will special summon any water monster in our deck besides Abyss Soldier. We also play Double Salvage to recycle shit. Recycling Diva is the win condition of the deck. The more times you can summon Diva, the more you're going to plus, the more you're going to win. And then one more I agreed. There's 16 targets to put back. I wanted to play 3 Surface. I wanted to play 3 Salvage. I wanted to play 2 to 3 Moray. There's just not enough room, so they got cut back a little bit. 1 Avarice, because you need Diva targets in the deck. You're recycling Diva with Salvage a lot. That's your prime target with Salvage, so you need to be sure that you have stuff in deck for Diva to be summoning. Then finally, Double Lance. This is where I actually lost some of the space for some of the other spells and the Abyss Soldier and things. They all got cut to accumulate into keeping the deck at 40 cards and to be able to play Double Lance. This is because Chain Disappearance wrecks this deck. They Chain Disappearance Diva or Armsman and you're pretty much fucked. They chained us Diva, you lose. They chained us Armsman, and you've lost half of what you're playing with to make all of your different plays in the deck. So I really wanted to have the lances mained, and those are the cuts I had to make to be able to ensure that. Trap-wise, it's just simple field control and priority strippers. Extra double Gotchi. We got a lot of level 2s. Double Leviathan. Again, a lot of times you only play one Leviathan in an EXC deck. The second one's sort of key here because it will trigger those marksman's effects when you detach to boost him. So it creates pluses for you, so that's why you want to play 2 of them. Other simple level 3s. One DeLorean, he's sort of that situational card. If they've got nothing in hand, they have some dead stuff or just a set monster, maybe it's Ryko or something. You're just going to bounce stuff you have to boost him up and attack. Ryko is a stupid example. I don't know what I was thinking about when I said that. But anyways, he's just that win more card if you absolutely need it. Or if you've used Diva to get into one of the various Atlantean monsters and then are able to go into DeLorean, you could use his effect to bounce maybe a Diva that was on the field that you didn't use so that you can summon it again. Because again, summoning Diva is how you win in this deck. Bryo, because Bryo's fucking awesome, especially when the stuff you're discarding starts blowing shit up too. This turns Bryo into a +1 instead of a net 0, so that's always a good thing. Same thing with Gungnir, discard 1 or 2, destroy whatever the fuck, and then destroy more. So you get more pluses out of Gungnir as well, and then just simple staple stuff. The side deck I haven't done much testing with. It's just some cards that I felt would be really strong. Cyber Dragon and Thunder Kings are just always very solid cards to have. I went ahead and sided the Chimera Tech to go with that Cyber Dragon as well. Double Crow for the wind-up and the Inzectors. Double Ryko for pretty much everything else. Also, Ryko will put the stuff in the grave that you're going to be recycling back with Salvage and Surface and things like that. So Ryko is actually just a really good card. You do work with the grave a lot. MST and Double Dust Tornado, because of cards like Macrocosmos and Dino Rabbit, you want to be able to get that macro off the field as fast as possible. That's another thing Ryko's for. Double Chain Disappearance, solid card across the format, just about. And then Double Goes in Match. This is mostly for wind-ups. It sort of can mess with Dino Rabbit, but I don't think it's strong enough in that matchup. But more than anything, it's a wind-up card. Or a Six Samurai card, because we're playing essentially all water. The only time we wouldn't have a water on the field is if our field's already empty and we're dropping Gores. Some synchro plays may be a little different, but you can tweak all of your synchro and exceed plays into waters if you need to while Gozen's active very, very easily. So let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Peace out.